pre-algebra, we are going with CO14, continuing our journey with equations. And we started looking at different vocab terms, phrases that meant the various four operations. And today we're going to look at how to tell whether or not a given value works in an expression or an equation. Now, by a show of hands, raise your hand if you've ever cheated in math class before. Oh, very good, very good. Well, those who are not raising your hands, this objective teaches you how to cheat in math class. And I encourage you. I want you to do it because there's a difference between, say, looking in geography, right? If Miss Stark asks you where Canada is, right? Yeah. And you put down an answer, then you can't take out your map and verify it, right? You can't take out your book. You can't look around. You can't, right? There's no way to really check it other than be confident in your work. Well, in math, you have that opportunity to check your answer, and I want you to do it, okay? I want you to take the time to make sure that you are correct. So this is kind of what this is leading toward. 14 is plugging values in for a variable. The next objective will be testing solutions. And I believe it's 16, maybe 17, when we actually start to solve equations for variables. So this objective, it goes back to order of operations. It looks at plugging in values for the variables, and we'll see how it goes here. So 12a minus n, what is that saying? What is that asking us to do operationally? Right, we see that subtraction sign there, but is that the only operation that's included in 12a minus n? Zoe? We're multiplying. What are we multiplying? Not just two, yes, 12 and a number, right? Does anyone know what this is called? If you've got a number before a variable, it's got a kind of special name for it. Isn't it like a I should be standing over on this side so the mic can pick me up a little bit stronger here. But what's that special name for it? It starts with a C.
Oh, wait, I thought it was variable.
Variable's the letter, right? But that 12 in front, it starts with a C. It ends in coefficient. Coefficient. Good job. Yeah. And basically the role of a coefficient is to tell you how many of the variable you have. Right? 12a means we have 12 a's. Whatever a is, we have 12 of them. So up here, when I tell you what a is 9, it means that we have 12 nines. Right? Or 12 times 9. Okay? Having 12 nines is the operation of 12 times 9. And you can write that with parentheses. You can put, you can write it with a dot, right? Either way is fine, or not and. 12 times 9, you can put it with a dot, right? Either way is fine, but that's what that coefficient tells you, okay? Sometimes there's confusion with what operation is between a coefficient and a variable. Well, you are multiplying. So 12 times 9, and then we're subtracting 20. Okay, so 12 times 9 minus 20. Now it's just order of operations. 12 times 9 is? Anyone have it?
Wait, 12 times what?
108.
Oh, yeah, 108, yeah.
Okay, and then minus 20, we get 88 as an answer. Right? So you're plugging values into the expression and then evaluating it. A plus x plus 2. A plus x plus 2. Well, we know that a is 9. And now we're adding x, and our value for x is negative 5. Now, we have this plus sign from the expression, right? That just kind of comes down there. And then x being a negative 5, what does it mean when you're adding a negative number? Adding a negative number. X plus negative 5. Mia? Not necessarily it means the answer is going to be negative, but what operation is the same as adding a negative? What? Subtraction, right? Think back to PO8 where we talked about adding negatives and subtracting negatives and all that sort of stuff, okay? That adding a negative is the same as subtraction, So 9 plus -5 is the same as 9 minus 5. Right? So this kind of ties back into PO8 a little bit too there, yeah.
Standard answer.
Go for it.
4.
So 9 minus 5 is 4. And then we're adding 2. 4 plus 2 will give us 6. Okay? Any of the remaining 6 that look particularly worth our time going over in class? No? Oh, okay. Thank you for your honesty. Knowing that's going to be your homework, those remaining 6, any of them you think we should do together because they look particularly challenging. Zoe, last one, the first row or the second row? Second row, 3x squared plus the root of 5. Okay, 3x squared plus the root of 5n. Boy, oh boy. Who remembers what this number in front is called?
Quotient.
Quotient means division. That's what the Q. We want same kind of sound, but it starts with a C. Coefficient, right? And what the coefficient does is it tells us how many of something we have. In this case, it tells us how many x squareds we have, right? Because we have to do that exponent first, according to order of operations. Powers come before multiplication, right? So we have 3x squareds. So we're going to be multiplying whatever x squared is by 3. Now our x value is -5. So we're going to plug in -5 for x. That gets squared. And we're adding to that the square root of 5 times n, which is 20. Notice that n is under the root with the 5. Okay? So in PERMDAS, we think of roots coming first, but we do have to multiply within the root before we can take the root, right? We don't really know what number we're taking the root of yet because we don't know what 5n is yet. Okay, but 3 times -5 squared plus the root of 5 times 20. Let's look at that 3 times -5 squared first. What are we doing first? In that 3x squared, 3 times -5 squared? Let's start there. What's what? Exponent. What is -5 squared? -5 squared means we're taking -5 times itself, right? -5 times -5, which is, Landon? Yes, positive 25, right? Positive 25. Okay, probably close my parentheses there. Positive 25. -5 squared, we did that first. -5 times -5 is a positive 25. And then within our root, what's 5 times 20? Within our root, Maya? 100. Right? Which we like 100, don't we? Because what do we know about 100? It's a perfect square. This will work out evenly, and we're happy about that. Okay? So now, we have 3 times 25. We have 3 of those 25s, which is? Gregory? 75. Right? 3 times 25, 75. Plus, what's the root of 100? 10. And then 75 plus 10 gives us 85 as an answer. Okay? There's another one with an exponent in it and another one with a root in it. So you have to practice that as part of your homework. We got a little bit shortened period today with the powwow in the hallway. So I don't want to go over any more because I'm not going to give you the rest of all those graphs. We'll cover that tomorrow. So for homework for tomorrow, just these 5 that we did not do. You're plugging in those values for the variables and evaluating the expression. Okay? Work does need to be shown. And when I say work needs to be shown, I mean I need to see kind of this stuff here, right? Show me what you're plugging in. Show me your steps, okay? Especially on homework where I allow you to use a calculator, I need to see that you're not just using the calculator. You understand how to get there. The calculator is a great tool. There's other stuff going on here too. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments, congratulations, or criticisms? Okay, those 5 for homework from Mario, and you got like 6 minutes left. You could walk out of here without any work. I already see some of you going straight back to your games. Like I said earlier, the future of gaming just makes me nervous. All right, that's how you math.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Indeed.